Hey everyone, it's time to get started in session 1. So hopefully by now you're familiar with the layout of the Moodle page and you are hopefully familiar with the process that Ms. Guy will have a video for you to watch before you get started. Keep in mind that you can open your sessions by clicking on these gray bars and that will open and close parts of your course. Okay. For session 1, the Introduction to Sociology of the Family session, we are going to dive into sociology and how it jumps right into affecting the family or how the family affects society. So last week we did some deep diving in kind of the overarching, what is sociology? Let's kind of wrap our minds around what some of those terminologies are, those concepts are. And then this week we are diving into the textbook as well as family concepts. So there are 2 videos listed here at the top. You were watching those last week as well. But I have found that those 2 particular videos are so very helpful to students that it's probably going to be beneficial to you if you rewatch those 2 videos again. I do a lot of traveling in the car, and so I love to listen to videos when I am traveling. So if you're driving from here to there, even if it's a 10-minute commute, click on that link, watch those videos, just kind of let that information marinate in your brain. That is my suggestion for you. Okay, so for session 1, your assigned reading will be chapter 1, and keep in mind, sometimes I'm very specific about what pages to read. I don't want to waste your time with things that we're going to cover elsewhere or maybe aren't part of the course. So you're going to start on page 9 of chapter 1, and you're going to start in the section entitled Theoretical Frameworks for Viewing Marriage and the Family. So start at that section and read through until you get through table 1.5, and that ends on page 24. So there's your assigned reading. Now, while you're doing your assigned reading, you may choose to go ahead and jump into looking at the session lecture notes, and that is totally up to you. But you may want to look at those notes and see what they're requiring, and then you may want to kind of fill some of that information in a little bit while you're reading. Or you can wait until you get to the session 1 lecture notes activity, because there is also a video that corresponds with that as well. All right, so the very first thing that you're going to work on after you do the assigned reading is completing the journal assignment. I am going to show you the journal assignment here. You are going to watch another crash course video. You'll see we use a lot of crash course sociologies in this course. So you're going to watch that video, and then you are going to copy and paste the information inside these dashed lines, and that is going to be the format for your journal entry. You'll come down and you will click on the Start or Edit My Journal Entry. That's going to bring up a box entry for you, and you can paste your format. So you'll see this way it deposits for you the questions and then the area for you to respond. Here you'll see it ask you to type your response in a different colored font. What you can do is you can type your response and then highlight your entire response like you see me doing on the screen. And then you'll use the paintbrush feature here to change the color of your font. And you're welcome to select any color other than the black font color. All right, now keeping in mind that you do have to give more than a sentence or 2 for each question if you're going to earn full credit, you need to remember that we are in a college level course, and so you need to be proofreading your journal entries, and you need to be making sure that you're using full sentences and, I would say, paragraph form response here. So answer those 2 questions in paragraph form. When you are done with your entry, you will hit the blue box that says Save Changes, and that is how it will submit to me. All right, then we'll move into Session 1, Lecture Notes. That will be your next assignment for the week. And remember, you can do some of this by the reading, and then you can do the other part by watching the video. So each week there'll be some sort of lecture, whether it be my video that you watch, someone else's video, or strictly pulled from the textbook. So there's a lecture video here. If you want to look at the slides, I have given you that access this week, since some of you may still be grabbing textbooks. And then you will click on the Session 1 Lecture Notes link. So this is the actual assignment. So when you click on this link, you are going to be prompted to make a copy. So this is sort of like a master copy and copies for students to write on. That's sort of the scenario there. So you will do these notes as you watch the video and read the textbooks. These are Cornell notes if you're accustomed to that. You do not write on the left-hand side. You only write on the right-hand side. And so I have tried to demonstrate that for you by bolding and putting in a different color the sides of the notes where you will add your information. So your notes will go here on the right-hand side under the notes column. I always suggest that students put things in a different color. It is visually easier for the brain to see what you have added and what was the basic framework of the assignment. There are some reflection questions. Again, your response goes here on the right-hand side. And then you will complete those notes all the way through, and finally with a few summary questions here at the bottom. When you are finished with that, you will deposit that in a submission box that will be here on the screen. So my screen is going to look a little bit different from yours, but there will be a box here. You can drag and drop files into that box, or you can access your Google Drive through signing in. There'll be a Google Drive option on the left, and you can access it that way. You probably by now are very familiar with submitting things in Moodle, but if you do need help, let me know, and we can video chat, and I can walk you through exactly how to do these submissions. All right, after you finish that, you will then be going to the writing activity. Now, the writing activity is all about attitudes towards marriage, and this will be an assignment very similar to the notes where you make a copy and you write on it. So we're going to click on the link, we're going to make a copy, and this will open up the assignment for you. Now, you will have to have your textbook for this assignment. So make sure that you have your textbook. If you don't have it, go get it. It's available in the Nash Community College bookstore. All right, and then these directions are step-by-step. They will explain to you exactly what to do, but you're essentially going to start with a scale, a questionnaire type thing in the textbook on page 371, and then you are going to answer in college level writing the questions that the writing activity poses. This is a really deep reflection type activity, and that is very important when we start thinking about sociology and how we're seeing ourselves in the world. Every response is going to tell you how much that response is worth in point value. And so when you see something that is worth 20, 25, 30 points, know that you are going to have to indeed give that much effort. So think about responding in paragraph forms for those things. When you are done with that, you will submit in Moodle. Again, there will be a box here. You can drag and drop files, or you can access your Google Drive through Moodle and select which file you would like to insert there. However, when you're done with those 3 activities for the session 1, then you are done for the week. So please make sure you are mindful of your deadline dates, and please make sure that you are working ahead of those deadline dates. Reach out to me as soon as you have a problem. Just don't wait until the night something is due. That's never going to give you and I enough time to communicate back and forth in order to get your questions answered before the deadline. I'm always here to help you. I am on campus. If you're on campus, you're welcome to stop by my office. Shoot me an email if you want to set up a meeting time, or we can meet electronically, face-to-face via video chat, and I'm happy to help you. If you need anything, I'm always an email away. Have a great day.